Hello, sir. Thank you very much for visiting the African Center for Community and Development. What's your name, sir?
I'm called Gospel, IOnga Gospel.
What is your impression about fish farming and its potential to food security in Cameroon?
Well, I think Cameroon is at some kind of crossroad. Crossroad, why? Because people are becoming increasingly aware of the potential that we have in agribusiness. And agribusiness means you need to understand how the market functions, what's the cycle of the different products that will come up with, who are the potential buyers. Once you master all of that and you see the inputs, you are in a position to make the best decision as to how you intend to proceed with the market.
So like a consultant and with a lot of experience, what would you think are the roadblocks in terms of like the implementation of agricultural projects like fisheries and so on in Cameroon and the greater region?
I think there's an issue of information. People are not well informed, or we don't have enough documentation if we want to rely solely on government facilities to have information in different sectors. But we could also conduct a personal research to get the right information so that we know exactly what we want to get into. And above all, there's a whole problem that has to do with funding. So it looks like somehow they're intelligent. How old are these ones?
Yeah, well, 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
And these ones are...
These are tilapia.
Which one takes a longer time to grow?
Tilapia. You can stand here to see.
So very soon it starts supplying the women who roast.
I actually want these ones to breed, to spawn, so that, you know, then I'm going to scale up, then also reach out to more users.
Guys, you come and look at this fish, they are like yearning up. Can you have something? So, but most people talk about funding. Yes, it's a problem, but I see two sides to that. Haven't taken part in some meetings where they want to support small businesses. Most of the people talk about funding, but most of the time people don't think about guarantees. It's not just easy to obtain funds when you don't have guarantees. And that's one of the key problems that we are trying to address. Or let's say I imagine the financial institutions are trying to address.
But increasingly, people think land has to be considered more of a guarantee, and it's been neglected in terms of like in the African context. What do you think?
Definitely, land is a guarantee, but well-documented land, not just land. You know the issues we have with land. Some people have papers, but they don't own the land. So that's an issue too. But I think just the fact that people are aware of the potential in this sector, people are finding ways and means to find solutions. And we should draw inspiration from the things that happen around us, especially in Nigeria. I want to refer to that because most of the time I go online, I watch videos, and I see them do things. There's no harm copying something that works. That's my idea.
Especially with situations like the processing aspect of or transformation.
Yes. Fish farming, I mean, it's foodstuff. It's perishable. If you don't master the cycle, it might become very risky. So you need to draw inspiration from somebody who has already tried and succeeded. Then after that, you can progressively escalate, you know. Because you might see somebody who's already making money and you just think, I'll just get into it. But when you get into it, you suddenly find yourself with fish that you can't sell, and you continue feeding and you're not making profit, for example, you know. So all of that is useful. I think experience, sharing information. Organizing workshops, why not? With people who are in the same sector, that people can at least share experience and, you know, start knowing where you have potential markets. Because I'm sure with the facility you have here, if you're sure every 2 months this quantity goes out, I'm sure you start saying, but why don't I increase the capacity, for example? You know? Yes. Rather than produce something that at the end of the day, you spend your time feeding, all the added advantage you had to just destroy overnight because you're not having a potential market. I think the idea, the starting point, the awareness is important. The certain lifestyles. There are even people who are not only thinking of growing the fish, They are opening small joints, restaurants that they actually sell their own fish, that they package and season in different forms to make it attractive. I think all of that could add value to the business. That's my belief.
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much for visiting the African Center for
Especially when
Community
you see a
and,
young
and
dynamic
Development.
man like this. You need people like you who have passion
Thank you so much.
to make things happen.
Thank you so much.
And I think this is the process.
Thank you so much.
Maybe this is just the starting point.
Thank you so
In a
much.
few months, yes, maybe the story will be different from what we see today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.